So welcome to JG's Fight Talk, sponsored by Rich's Boxing and Limitless Creations. And with me now, I've got the EFB man himself, Ender, my boy. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Did
Good.
you not get your old handle back? Was it gone? Or did you just decide to want something new and fresh?
Yeah, something shorter.
Than yourself.
Yeah.
There isn't much shorter than you.
Anyway, thank you. And
says like the fucking giant here.
we are here for the live watch along of Josh Taylor versus Jack Catterall for the Undisputed titles. However you want to say it, junior,
Light.
super light, however you want to say it. It's all said different ways. So before we get into it, we're going to have a little bit of this.
Are you ready?
Well, big fight here, fight of the undefeateds. Ender, give us a lowdown on where they're at.
Okay, right. So we have Taylor, 18 fights, all won, 13 by way of knockout. Catterall's had 26 fights, 13 by way of knockout, again undefeated. However, Taylor has all the belts and the much better resume, it has to be said.
So, what's your prediction, Ender?
My prediction is Josh Taylor to win between rounds 6 and 9.
Yeah. And I think, as we say, following the altercation, should we say, yesterday at the weigh-in, a lot of heat is probably the best way to describe it. But I'm going with Taylor. I think he's different class. He's levels above. Quality, yes, he does look a bit drawn, but I think this is the last fight at this weight before he goes up to the next. But you know, that's not just us saying it. I think a lot of professionals have said it. Even he said he's just looking forward to going up now. This is the last one. But I think he'll still get the job done. He could even get it done within the first 6. I think it's going to be one of those. Comments are coming in already. Brian Cranston, looking forward to your call of Scotland's favourite son, Josh Taylor, unleashing his brave heart on Jack Catterall. The odds on Taylor are too high for a wager, so Cranston Clan's money is down on the fight, not going the distance. So yes. There we go. Thank you very much, Brian, for joining us.
Brian, I've the same as you.
If anyone's watching this for the first time, make sure you hit the subscribe button on JG's Fight Talk, and we are straight into round 1. The Undisputed World Super Lightweight titles on the line. Taylor wearing his typical tartan shorts, which I absolutely love, and Catterall wearing the black shorts. Both southpaw, which is great, like the last fight as well. Both southpaw. Let's see how it goes. Catterall landing a good left hand there.
He did.
And working the jabs to the body early on. Let's just see how it goes. We've got Stephen McGurr jumping in. Good evening, Stephen. Hopefully Jack gives him a decent fight. Late stoppage for Josh. So, yeah, is anyone looking the other way? Is anyone saying that Jack could get the job done? There's no reason why he couldn't, being the undefeated fighter, because, you know, he's got to this point.
Well, I would say there is one reason, and that's the golfing class.
Yeah. But, yeah, you've got to beat the guy in front of you, haven't you?
Well, yes, that is also true. But Josh Taylor never, to me, looked like a guy that underestimated anyone. He's a vicious, ruthless kind of...
goes into every fight like it's his last. And just trying to...
Well, big shout out to Bradley Ray for keeping me in takeaways this week.
Good old Brad. And
absolutely.
Yeah, good start here. They're both eager, shall we say. It's probably the best way to describe. Catterall coming forward with a couple of jabs there, but Taylor comes back with the same. Jab to the body there by Catterall. But, you know, it's just kind of feeling out the first round, trying to stamp that authority early on. Taylor, centre of the ring. Catterall's doing a lot of the movement around. But, yeah. We'll just see how the fight unfolds. A minute to go of the first round. Taylor, the slightly taller guy, works a lot more upright. But yeah, let's see how it goes. Catterall there, a couple of shots, but missed all of them. Taylor working in the clinch. I think it's going to be a rough and ready when they get close.
Absolutely, like
the
Taylor
ref having a
already
word
through.
with Taylor there saying, don't hit him in the back of the head, but then having a word with Catterall saying, stand up a bit. So, you know.
Like Taylor did kind of chuck him over his shoulder.
As we say, good to see Kell Brook there tonight, and Natasha Jonas as well.
Yeah, Natasha's working for Sky.
Yeah, and Hannah Rangin,
who's Hannah's also working for Sky.
Yeah, so nice to see the boxers getting their due really as well. So end of the first round there, bit of a
scrappy round.
Yeah, a bit of a funny old round there to begin with, but what's your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts is the one scoring punch I saw came from Jack Catterall. So on that basis, I'm giving my first round to Jack Catterall.
And it was that left hand, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Right at the start of the round.
Yeah, there was nothing else of note that I saw in that round. Now, if anyone wants to say, are you blind, man? You missed this. Like, even in the replay now, that's what they're showing.
That's the only punch they've shown. So,
like, everything else was very scrappy. So, yeah, no, I give that to Catterall.
Let us know in the comments how you're seeing.
If you think I'm full of shit or whatever.
But definitely.
But again, there was nothing in the round. Like, it was a very even round. But the only thing of note was by Jack Catterall.
But yeah.
And Josh Taylor doesn't look to be in a hurry getting out of his seat.
And why not? He's got 11 more rounds to go. We've got hashtag Your Life Matters. In work, no signal, no Wi-Fi, getting installed for a few weeks here, supporting youngsters. Tasha, my good friend, hope all is well for all of you. Regards, Darryl Laycott. Oh, thank you very much for the message, Darryl.
Tasha.
Wish you all the best too. And we hope all the work you're doing goes to a good cause as well. Thank you very much for your message. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're joining us for the first time. Stephen's jumped in. He's certainly not joining us for the first time. Some good Irish results tonight and one not so good, but Eric was really up against it. Not much in that quiet start.
Yeah,
who did you give it to then?
He sat in the fence. The undercard didn't set anyone alight.
No.
But given how bad their pay-per-view undercard was last week, I suppose a paid undercard, a standard undercard wasn't to be.
Well, here we are, second round, minute and 50 seconds to go. Catterall sticking behind that jab early on. Taylor shot with the left hand, didn't connect too much, but still did land. But nothing
and a good
for
straight
Catterall to worry about.
Catterall.
Getting Taylor seems to be having more success
on the inside,
doesn't he?
Yeah, and he definitely likes the roughhousing.
Yeah, definitely. So Catterall just trying to be a bit more tactical with his approach, isn't he? Sort of not jumping in. Good jab there by Josh. Just trying to establish that jab a bit more. Still holding centre of the ring, Taylor. Yeah, Catterall just getting the clinch there, but the referee's not too happy as he was holding the arm.
He was done for holding there. So he's definitely given it to Josh. He's saying, I'm not afraid of you, you know.
Yeah, just trying to sort of rough him up a bit early on.
He seemed to lead in with the head there, but
stamp out any authority that Taylor's trying to put on the fight. Yeah, I don't know what Catterall's doing there.
Oh, now look, Jack Catterall lifting.
Yeah, he's got to be careful there. Got to be careful because the ref will take a point. We've seen it before, haven't we, Ender? It's
absolutely.
I don't know why he's having a go at Taylor there.
No, he is, because Taylor was acting up as well now. You know,
just seemed a bit of an odd one.
No,
But
no, Taylor definitely played it.
they're both winding each other up.
Yeah.
Good combination here by Taylor. Push Catterall back onto the ropes a bit there. But
Yeah.
I think, let's be honest, Ender, the ref's going to have his work cut out.
Well, I mean, I think we all knew that was going to be a scrappy fight, and scrappy it certainly is. I'm giving Taylor that round because I felt he controlled it a bit better.
Yeah, I think he landed,
So
landed
now we're
better
even,
punches.
Stephen McGurr, if you're still watching.
Yeah, definitely
I'm
on
funny.
that one. First round Catterall, second round to Taylor. But the first round really only won by the one punch. Wasn't anything really in it.
Yeah.
Just landed a bit more flush than Taylor, really. But Taylor definitely dictating a bit more, moving a bit better in that second round. They're showing a Catterall punch again, so maybe we've got it wrong straight away.
No, not at all.
But for me, they are there. Taylor, definitely that combination.
Yeah.
Towards the end of the round, looked good.
Yeah. I'd
So
say
here we are, third round. This fight's moving quick.
it is. It is.
Stephen, let us know in the comments how you saw that one. If anyone else is watching it as well, chuck us in the comments how you're seeing the fight so far. What's your predictions for
Where's
the fight?
Sam?
Yeah, little Sam will be out there somewhere. Big shout out to little Sam.
Somewhere out there. Oh.
But here we go.
Was that an American Tail?
I don't know.
5 goes west or something.
So here we go.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Stephen McGurr has jumped in. Can see it hotting up now. Wouldn't argue with 1-1. Catterall not phased by Taylor. Well, I think it's early on. I think if Taylor gets in his groove, which he's trying to do, I think that's when he'll step it up. Yeah. But I think Catterall early on at the moment is trying to. The ref's got it. He's definitely going to get paid for tonight because he's already done his work. Catterall sort of turned his back, so Taylor gave him a quick shot. But I think it's just going to be one of those fights. I think
it's definitely going to be a scrappy affair.
A rough and ready one, this one.
Absolutely, lots of roughhousing. Well, to be fair to Jack Catterall, I think it's something he has to do if he wants to stay in this fight.
He's got to upset the rhythm. And
I just saw there Taylor looking to the referee, and you're like, "Ooh."
Taylor's left eye is looking a bit. Both of Taylor's eyes are looking a bit puffy early on.
Yeah.
Stephen McGurr's put, I'm expecting a late stoppage for Josh. So we're all kind of singing on the same score sheet in regards to who is going to get the job done. But Taylor's left eye definitely.
That was a good punch in the clinch from Taylor.
Yeah. Great body shot.
And great 1-2 there from Catterall there coming back.
Yeah. Good couple of shots there by Catterall.
He's really saying, I'm not afraid of you.
Yeah. He's not allowed to be backed up, is he? But the problem is he keeps coming in with his shoulder. And I think that's where the ref's going to... He's watching him. You can see he's watching him.
Yeah, but the other thing about coming in with his shoulder, he could get caught in the ear as he's coming in. If Taylor measures it well.
And the thing is, he doesn't want to be too silly because, Taylor has got the range there, isn't he?
And he has that spiteful venom,
Yeah, that's the thing. He's great boxing on the outside, but when he gets on the inside, he's just as good, isn't he?
I'd nearly say he's nearly better on the inside.
So there we go. End of round 3. End of this is definitely going too quick.
Well, I'm giving that
one.
I'm giving that one to Taylor again, just because I think, again, the more accurate.
I don't think it was a flat round for Catterall, but I just think Taylor seemed more when he threw his shots, he landed them.
Yeah. There's Ben Davidson.
Let us know in the comments what you thought of round 3. We'll try and do it round by round so everyone gets involved. If you're watching us for the first time, chuck it in the comments. Hit the subscribe button. You know what to do. You've been on YouTube before. Before we get into it, we're going to have a little bit of this.
How you going, guys? Joel Kevin Cake Canary here. You're watching JG's Fight Talk.
Still love that.
What
Still
is with
good
girls
fun.
with blonde hair?
Still good fun. And we're in round 4 already. Yeah, it's a bit of mind games from Catterall now, I think. You can tell he's having a whisper in his ear, and every time, Taylor does something, Catterall's doing the same.
What's
He's
Stephen
not
saying?
overawed here at all, Catterall, but Taylor warming up nicely here.
Yeah, absolutely. Taylor's getting into the groove, as Madonna would say. Or as you said earlier, in fact.
Yeah, give me some credit instead of Madonna.
Fine.
But here we are, round 4.
Fuck Madonna and all her Grammys.
She just earned a lot more money by saying it.
Well, time's not going by slowly in this fight.
Yeah, I think.
See, did anyone get that Madonna reference? That's the only thing.
I did.
I know you did.
The ref's having a word again, though, because there's a lot of pulling down of the head. There's, a bit of tit for tat, really, to be perfectly honest.
It really is tit for tat. And earlier we had a fight that looked like it was outside the Scottish Chipper, and this is a bit more venomous, but still you've got the unruliness of a street brawl.
I have to say, though, congratulations to Nick Campbell, first Scottish heavyweight champion in 71 years. And we've had Nick on the show as well. Feel free to check out the interview. It's quite a few back now. But check it out.
Done,
really
Nick.
lovely guy.
Because
really
it was a difficult fight for Nick because, you didn't know what you were dealing with.
Yeah, so unorthodox.
After 2 rounds, the other guy looked like he wasn't even interested, didn't want it. And then he lands a few good digs of his own and he put Nick under pressure. And that's what Nick has to come through because he's still a novice in the game, so.
Yeah, good shot there. You see that Taylor threw one from behind and the ref said, well, get on with it. You turned your back. And I think that's how the ref's going to deal with it
this
now.
Turning your back thing.
Stephen McGurr's coming. He said, yeah, mad fight that was. The Nick Campbell versus McFarlane one. It was certainly interesting. But, yeah.
Jesus Christ, does Arnold Clark sponsor everything now?
Yeah, they seem to be, don't they?
Between that and what's the other one called? That bloody car company. We buy any car and
Cinch.
Cinch is the other. That's their car selling.
Yeah.
It's like, Jesus, are they on everything?
Well,
but anyway, back to the box.
Bit of a messy 4th round, to be fair.
Yes, definitely.
There hasn't been too much good jab there landed by Josh right at the end of the round there. He seems to be having more success towards the end of the rounds.
Yeah.
Almost letting Catterall sort of do what he's got to do and then get stuck in. The nose is looking a bit bust of Catterall as well. We've got some blood coming out now.
Yeah.
But other than that, I didn't realise Catterall's got Jamie Moore in the corner. Another good trainer, done very well.
El Gato. Where did he get that from?
Yeah, so Jamie Moore in one corner and Ben Davison in the other.
Yes.
So, Ender, who'd you give that one to? Let us know in the comments how you're seeing the fight as well. Who did you give that round to?
I gave it to Josh Taylor.
Definitely a lot neater and landing the shots.
Like
Catterall's landing shots, but they're not as clean.
Yeah.
That's not to say he's not having the rounds.
Taylor looks in far more control.
So yeah, currently Taylor 3 rounds to 1.
Yes. Do you have that too?
Yeah.
Oh,
and I think
the ref's gonna give out.
Stephen McGurr may have the same.
Ah, yeah. We're like women's periods at this stage. We're all in sync.
Classy. Welcome to JG's Fight Talk.
I'm body for home, body fun for you.
But yeah, bit of a scrappy one. Taylor at the moment.
It's been scrappy in periods, all right.
Oh dear. Stephen McGurr, he does. So Stephen has the same score as well.
Yeah.
I think he's just saying that.
I know. I think
He's generally with us. He's
Yeah.
generally with us.
he's generally the only one. Hello,
Actually-
Stephen. And
But
hello, those other people that randomly appear. Oh, that was great by Catterall. That was a great.
Yeah, good 1-2 there as well.
Yeah.
His score was wrong there.
Oh. That's my bloody bill.
Only found that space. Good uppercut there by Taylor. But Catterall, as Stephen was saying earlier, he's not sort of backing away at all. There seems
No,
a
certainly not.
bit of a nick under the eye of Taylor, that right eye. But
Well, I'm not surprised with the way Catterall leads with the shoulder.
yeah, definitely. He takes it in turns with his shoulders as well. He seems
Yeah.
to throw one in and then throw the other one in.
Well,
and
I
then-
suppose he wants both eyes.
We've got Russ, who's joined us. Great to see you back, Joel. And Ender.
Hey!
Thanks for joining us, Russ. Good evening, as
Good
Russ
evening,
says.
yes.
But yeah, definitely Taylor's eye
And shout out to Mikel Arteta.
starting to
The team
swell
have
up a
improved a
fair.
lot since we were away.
Yeah, definitely. So here we go. Oh, good shot there by Taylor. Good left hand.
Yes. And he sent Catterall reeling backwards and
Yeah, Catterall's still coming in with that shoulder, and he's
he's the only thing he's kind of
Russ
leading
has
with
jumped
now.
in. Good
It's like, why
evening.
lead with a jab when you can lead with your shoulder?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
he's giving Taylor the grief for the head, apparently. Well, Taylor's head is low.
Well, personally, I'll give that round to Taylor. A lot cleaner. You know,
Yeah.
this is the. I think this is the problem. Really, is Catterall is doing stuff, but it's just not.
Yeah, but it's not enough. Whatever he's doing isn't enough. I mean, the only reason he won round one was because Taylor was doing even
One
less
shot.
in the first round.
Yeah, he hadn't really got going.
Yeah, he was warming up into it, or feeling his way into the opponent. They actually showed the great 1-2 there by Catterall in the replay, but I'm sure they're going to show.
Is this going to be a tailor-made performance or Catterall damage?
Oh my god.
That's so bad. It sounds like something I'd say.
It's disgusting.
Please don't write anything in the comments following that one. For the shit show that I just came out with.
Nice to see you.
Oh dear. Anyway, we are here for the Undisputed World Super Lightweight titles, the full works.
Where's Jack Catterall from?
He is English.
No, I know he's English, but where? Is it like Sunderland or somewhere?
Clacton.
What?
He's not from Clacton.
Clacton?
Rates just went Clacton.
Where's Clacton?
He's from Chorley in Lancashire.
Chorley. Lancashire. That's home of like Manchester.
Clearly, they attack each other with shoulders.
I'll hit you with my shoulder, and then you hit me with your shoulder. I don't know why that's kind of West Country, but anyway.
I don't know where that came from. You've now gone to Cornwall.
Where we be shoulder charging?
Anyway, we're in the 6th round.
And it's getting scrappy again.
It is. To be fair, the ref's done pretty well with this one to try and keep
The
it
referee
flowing
has earned
because-
his dollars this evening.
Yeah, exactly. I reckon he's got like a bonus or something for the amount of times he has to pull them apart.
Well,
not
in
a
fairness
boner.
now, I think it.
Yeah, Rachel went, a boner. I said, no, a bonus.
Tell Rachel not to be so smutty and bold-minded.
Smutty, never.
So
Yeah,
here we are.
tell
At the
Rachel
moment.
she's bringing down the tone of our very professional operation.
Yes, exactly.
Hmm.
Well, we've got some serious hugging going on again. Josh's eye is looking very, very bloody now.
Mm. And I'm saying it must be from Catterall's shoulders.
Yeah, it is, because when Taylor, he goes down, doesn't he? He crouches down to sort of line up to come
Yeah.
in, and the shoulder comes straight in. I'm
Yeah, to be
surprised the
fair
ref
there, he
hasn't.
did throw a good left hand, Catterall, but his shoulders, like, I mean,
Yeah, now he's
Jesus.
going for that eye, isn't he? But
Yeah.
good jab there by Josh Taylor after a Catterall jab. But as you're saying, this kind of been the fight, a sort of tit for tat, really. You know, I give you a jab, you give me one, and it seems to
Yeah.
be going that way, doesn't it?
And very scrappy, very drop the shoulder, very stick your head low.
Yeah.
And both guys are willing to do it. Like,
Yeah.
it's not one guy is more guilty than the other, because, I mean, and in fairness, I think Catterall knows that if he doesn't play dirty, he's just going to get absolutely abused. So he's willing to.
I think the ref basically just said to Catterall at the end of the round there, if you keep it up, I'm taking a point, because he put the glove up over Josh Taylor's eye and rubbed down.
Yeah.
And the ref won't tolerate that.
Yeah.
Stephen McGurr's come up with a good point. I know, sound like Stephen. One thing's for sure, Taylor is done at this weight. Didn't look great at the weigh-in and doesn't look great here, to be honest. Yeah,
No, and I mean, and I think Taylor said
he's
as much.
admitted it, isn't he? He's admitted
He said
it.
as
He's
much
saying,
himself. And someone did make a point. They would like to see a kind of a warm-up fight for him
oh, what, going up?
before he faces Crawford. The only problem with getting Crawford is, of course, Crawford is falling out with Bob Arum.
Yeah. He's
And
been
Taylor's-
falling out with Bob Arum for ages, though, to be fair,
Yeah,
isn't he?
but then maybe Bob Arum might think, well, Taylor's going to take your belt, so yeah, let's arrange that fight.
Yeah, let's
It might
arrange it,
solve
and then
the
I can
problem
drop
for
you afterwards.
Bob Arum. But I'm not so sure if Taylor would beat Crawford. I think Crawford is an exceptional
know.
fighter.
I don't know. I think it's one of those.
Oh, someone's in trouble.
The ref's having a word. I'm surprised he
He's
didn't
giving
take a
his
point
deduction.
there.
Oh, I thought he was taking a point off. He's not.
And then Catterall's
Oh,
done exactly the same thing by grabbing him again.
yeah.
I think when you notice, though, when Catterall turns his back and Taylor lomps one from behind, it's like the ref turns around and goes, well, I told you not to turn around.
Yeah.
So it's now getting to that point where he's starting to get a bit pissed off with him. Crawford is away from Arum, I think.
Yeah, but there's still that whole
I think it's contractual
litigation.
Yeah.
I think Crawford's suing Arum, so that's why.
I'm surprised he's not taking that point from Catterall yet, because he is getting that way now.
It really, really is. And
he's pushing his luck halfway through round 7 here. Catterall's getting very sloppy, which is a shame, because actually he has been landing some good shots, and
and again with the shoulder, and Taylor is perfectly happy to put him in a headlock and lift him up to show the referee this is what he's at.
Oh, some good shots there by Josh Taylor, though.
Absolutely.
Good 1-2 there, followed up by Catterall, though. Not mainly landing on the gloves, but
yeah, I was going to say
tried a double jab there as well.
Taylor's
guarding that
Catterall's looking a bit spent.
Yeah, and yet you'd think it would be more Taylor that would be with more the weight issue, but I'd say
Taylor just has the conditioning and the class. He's well used to this.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the eye of Taylor, he's trying to just guard that eye, isn't he? Oh,
But,
good shots there by Taylor.
It's you couldn't call this fight a classic in any sense of the word.
No, not yet.
It's been an absolute.
I think it's going to take a knockdown or a good combination to.
But it's just such a scrappy affair.
But we said this at the start, didn't we? It's
Well,
going to be
yes.
one
I
of
mean,
those.
I don't think anyone was expecting, a fight for the ages here.
No.
In fact, I think a lot of people were expecting what we're seeing. So
Yeah,
nobody's surprised.
I think the weigh-in said it all, really. As soon as it got fiery, it was a case of, well, if you're going to be like that, then let's see how tough you are rather than how tactical you are.
Yeah.
So yeah, ended around there. To be fair, I think Taylor's taking these because of Catterall not really, I don't know, just not doing enough, I think is the...
Absolutely. And
let us know in the comments how you're seeing it. Stephen, give us your scorecard. You're slipping behind, mate.
Sky are keeping up with Kell Brook there. They've gone back to him again.
Yeah. And the news came out today, didn't it? That, obviously we knew that there was a rematch clause in the contract between Khan and Brook. But there is, I think they've got 2 to 3 weeks for Amir Khan to make the decision as to whether he wants the rematch. Obviously, Brook said earlier, it'd just be pointless as it was a one-sided fight. Is Amir Khan better off going somewhere else to get his last fight?
Yeah.
And make more money.
Yeah.
And
the referee's after giving them a stern talking to as we start the 8th. I can't see it making any difference, to be fair.
Then they go back to
them before now.
it.
They're not suddenly going to, we better do what the ref tells us.
Good uppercut there by Taylor. That was rough in the clinch, that was. That was a hell of a shot. This is scrappy, but Taylor seems to be taking charge a bit more now.
Yeah.
Is that being counted? It is being counted.
It looked to me that Taylor went to ground, so it has to be counted from a shot.
Yeah, I'll have to see the replay. I'm not going to say
what did the referee
but...
say to him when he pulled him up by the gloves to his face? And Catterall is putting him in a headlock again. This is going to get very nasty.
Stephen McGurr, Taylor winning most rounds here. Don't want to see Khan versus Brook again. No, nor do we.
I don't want to see Khan versus anybody again.
Wow. Yeah, it's a funny one, really.
It really, really is. I really expected Taylor to go for him after that knockdown, but he hasn't. So, well, maybe he's
Catterall's just sort of gone reset, hasn't he?
Yeah.
But I'll be interested to see it again. Not to say I don't believe it, but it happened so quick.
I think it was an official knockdown, like it was a punch. He went to the ground, and therefore it's a knockdown. But
the only thing Catterall's now got to worry about is if he gets a point deducted, then it's completely pointless. So,
well, it's a 10-9 instead of a 10-8. So,
yeah. Catterall definitely looking better though.
Yeah,
some good shots there, but not most of them landing. But the intent's definitely there.
Absolutely.
Taylor definitely getting some good shots in there. Oh, good left hand by Taylor, but Catterall comes back with a good left hand of his own.
Taylor as well. Yeah, see, this was the spitefulness I expected after the knockdown.
Yeah.
Break.
So 10 seconds to go around 8.
And we were talking about,
good shot there by Taylor.
Yeah.
Do you think Taylor still, I know he can't win the round, but do you think he's made that a 10-9?
You could argue for it, but being a purist, I'm giving 10-8.
It's going to be a 10-8, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. But I could see why people would give it a 10-9.
Because he did recover well when he
And he
went on to win the rest of the round, if you know what I mean.
and was the referee Catterall's dad there? He kind of gave a bit of a pat on the head there.
Oh, Taylor's eye doesn't look nice.
And Ben
He's got a
Davidson's
cut-
just getting
He's got a cut above and below the right eye.
yeah. And Ben
Stephen
Davidson's
will be
trying to get the
surprised
crowd
if
all
a point isn't deducted here, says Stephen.
what?
He'll be surprised if a point isn't deducted.
Yeah. Now
It's
here's the
going that
knockdown.
way, so we've got, as it stands, 6 rounds
Yes,
to Taylor.
it was a great set of punches that knocked Taylor to the ground, to be fair to Catterall.
To be fair, yeah, the left hand to the temple, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the overhand left, and it just sent Taylor crashing to the ground. And the pretty blonde girl was very excited about the whole thing.
Yeah, they seem to zoom in on her quite well there.
I presume that's Mrs. Catterall, or
Yeah, or yeah,
Mr. Catterall's wag,
a friend
whoever
or
it was.
relative of Catterall.
I doubt she's a relative. I know he's from Lancashire, but they'd be having relations, but they not be related.
Oh dear. Right. Round 9.
I love the way you kind of call out with me when I'm doing more. Right, let's get back to the boxing. No more
Stephen
shite
McGurr, 10-8 for me, but did land some great shots at the end.
He did.
So
but,
pretty much how we said it.
you were
Taylor
close
here,
to,
though.
you were close to giving it 10-9.
I was close to giving it 10-9, but I understand why. You know,
Oh yeah,
it's kind of an either or depending how you want to look at it, really.
yeah.
But Taylor definitely having the better of this round. He's come out looking a lot better. Landed
But
some good
I
shots
can definitely see as well that Taylor wouldn't want to fight at this weight again because he does look drained.
He looks, yeah, he's too big for this, isn't he? He needs to move up. And I think he'd be deadly at the next weight up.
Mm. So I said around 6.
I haven't
said
put a
around 6 to
scorecard up
9.
yet, have they?
No, they haven't. And I presume it would be Matthew Macklin that would be giving a scorecard.
Yeah, he generally does, doesn't he? Maybe, I don't know, he's left his scorecards at home. I don't know. 1 minute to go of round 9.
I don't think I'm winning that 6 to 9 bet.
No, unless something miraculous happens.
I
in the
didn't
next
have
50
money on
seconds.
6 to 9. I had money on a stoppage. But even still, I could see this going to 12 rounds and Taylor winning on points.
Ref's having a word again. I think he's just getting, well, I thought he was going to then. He didn't.
What was Taylor walking back to his corner like a spoiled child for? Throwing a fucking tantrum.
I think that's the thing, though. Taylor's saying, look, I'm not even holding him here. And he's just grabbing me. I want to get on with it. Oh, good shot there by Taylor. Good right hand.
And Catterall.
Stevens put, I think he has a great chance versus anyone at welter, apart from Bud.
I was going to say, really? And then he qualified it with apart from Bud, which is 100% fair enough.
So they have to be careful now because I think the ref is literally at the end of his tether and he's just going to take a point.
Well, the referee has...
But we've said this since about round 3. So.
1.
Yeah.
I think they got a caution in round 1 from the referee, right? That's
what was your thoughts
round
on that one? Because that was a real... Personally, I'm giving it to Catterall.
Well, fine. I'm giving it to Taylor, but you
all
can
right,
give
fine.
Catterall all you want.
Go on, do what you want.
Sorry, Stephen. Who did you give that round to?
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Irish in numbers.
Oh, and the English sticking together.
Let us know in the comments how you're seeing the fight so far. If you're joining us for the first time, make sure you hit the subscribe button at JG's Fight Talk
like
on
that was
YouTube.
very much Taylor leading with the head there.
But before we go any further, we're going to have a little bit of this.
Hey going guys, Joel Kevin Cake Canary here. You're watching JG's Fight Talk.
Well, What's Stephen saying?
I don't know. He's probably just logged off just to avoid anything.
It's like them two are rowing again.
He's like, oh, they're at it again.
The odd couple.
He's put Taylor on the headbutt at the end. Yeah, true. I'm surprised because Catterall keeps turning his back, so the ref can't keep having a go at Taylor because Catterall just keeps turning his back.
Yeah, but you can't punch them in the
Surely-
back of the head even if they turned around.
Well, I suppose you can sort of lump one from the side, can't you?
Yeah.
But-
Taylor's not immune to.
Catterall is trying to smother though, isn't he?
My
He's
TV
doing
decided to want to go asleep there. I was like, no, you stay awake.
Yeah, yeah.
We watched all the rest of it. We're watching this. God, this is a dreadfully scrappy fight.
The ref has definitely earned his crust today, isn't he? It's
I hope my dad's enjoying this fight because I told him it was on Sky Showcase.
good shots. Not a few good shots there by Taylor, but it then goes back into scrappy mode again. Is 1 point. Yeah, 1 point taken off Catterall. It was coming. It was coming.
It was coming. It was.
If you keep holding the hand down, keep holding someone's head down and using your shoulder as well, he said, it's going to happen. But I'm going to be honest, Taylor's got to be careful because he's
I
just
actually thought he was going to warn Taylor as well, but he didn't.
I thought he was
cautioned
good.
Taylor and said, "You're no angel either."
Yeah, then Catterall's gone straight back to doing the same thing. He's getting fed up.
Oh, and it's a little bit bitching now. Oh, the girls have got the claws out.
The ref has been brilliant, I have to say.
In
I think
fairness,
he's been
the winner of this fight,
is
the
the
best
ref.
performance in this fight has been the referee. Because it descended
Taylor's
into nearly
definitely
a cat.
warming up now, though. Catterall's legs seem to be a bit off there.
And I'd say that warning kind of just took the wind out of his sails as well.
Yeah, his legs seem really tired now, don't they?
Mm.
Stephen McGurr, there you go. It was only a matter of time. Yeah, right with you there, Stephen.
Well,
We've been
some
saying it
restraint by
since-
that referee to wait till round 10 to do it.
But to be fair, he's tried to let this fight run. He's tried to let it.
Oh, he has. He has.
And
At the end of the day,
an
it's a professional
absolute bloody
boxing fight.
nightmare, the two of them.
And it's.
But Taylor definitely taking more control in round 10 here.
Swear to God, if he drops that shoulder anymore,
It's going to be an illegal rugby tackle.
you'll be sent off in rugby for leading with the shoulder that much.
Exactly. Oh, good uppercut there by Taylor. Didn't seem to bother Catterall, but a good.
No, I didn't
punch.
think there was much in it. I think you were making more of it than it was.
Well, I'm trying to make people, there's a lady wearing a nice ruby red dress who was shouting, "Come on, Josh."
Yeah. Ben could do with washing his hair. Fucking grease ball.
Well,
washing a t-shirt as well.
Stephen, let us know in the comments. Everyone else that's watching, make sure you hit the subscribe button and let us know in the comments how you're seeing the fight as well. We've got.
Well, that was a 10-8 for Taylor anyway.
Sorry?
That was a 10-8 for Taylor.
Yep. So there you go. He's pretty much undone his good work, isn't he, really?
Yep.
So
we've 2 rounds left.
Yep.
Have we?
Yep, 2 rounds left. We're going into round 11 now.
Well, I must have missed a round.
Just write Taylor next to it.
Oh, did Ben have too much Vaseline on?
To be fair, I think he's just trying to look after that cut, isn't he?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And to be fair, I've seen some boxers come out of corners smothered in the stuff, and
Oh,
nothing's
yeah,
ever been said.
Jesus.
You know, they've shone under the lights, the amount of Vaseline on them.
Yeah. They look
But-
like Patrick Vieira's jersey that much
Yeah.
Vaseline on.
Definitely.
Well, actually, his was Vicks. It wasn't Vaseline. And I wouldn't recommend boxers having Vicks on their eyes.
No.
Put it on a glove, maybe, and it would sting your opponent's eyes.
But yeah, Taylor definitely looking like he's pushing the fight a bit more now. I still have Ben Davison winning here. Sorry, I mean Josh Taylor, said Stephen. Josh, couple of good jabs there, but back into a clinch again. Very, very scrappy.
I'm annoyed now. I'm wondering where that round's gone. Where
You only get one or two punches before each clinch. This is the how the fight's been the whole time, really. Good body shot there by Taylor, following up by two jabs. He's getting Catterall in the corner. Good left hand, but Catterall doesn't seem too fussed by it. It's definitely trying to dictate the pace a bit more now. Catterall seems a bit more tired now.
I wonder if Josh trying to finish the fight.
Well, yeah. These aren't the sort of ones you want to go to the cards, are they? Let's be honest.
Well, I don't think it's
Especially
any
when
problem.
you've got so much on the line as well, though.
I don't think it's a problem for Josh going to the cards. I just think he'd rather finish an opponent like this. I don't think he'd like to have an opponent like this.
It's a
winning.
bigger statement, isn't it? Especially going up to another weight.
Oh, yeah. But I did have a lot of people say during the week, reading on Twitter, that it's likely to go to a wide points victory for Taylor in an uninspiring fight. And
here we are.
While it hasn't been uninspiring as such, you know, it hasn't been a
messy.
cagey fight. It's been a very messy fight.
Yeah. Just under 30 seconds to go around 11.
Like Catterall is very much willing to if you want to play dirty tricks, I'll play dirty tricks.
Oh, blimey, yeah. Look at this.
I mean,
don't know. To be
did
fair,
Josh Taylor dig a knee?
I don't really know whose fault that was, because they both kind of just crumbled to the floor.
Yeah, but it looked like Josh Taylor dug a knee into him when he had him on the ground.
To be fair, though, if you can, why not?
Yeah.
I was waiting for you to tell me off then, like you do sometimes.
I mean, it's not as if Josh Taylor pretends to be a saint.
No, he never has done, does he?
He likes being the bad boy.
Oh.
Oh,
and he's taken a point off Taylor right at the end of the round.
Yeah, for a punch after the bell.
To be fair, silly. Really silly that was.
So that's a 9-9 round.
Do they give that 9-9?
Well, I think when it's like that, it goes to 9-9 rather than back up to 10-10. But I'll stand corrected. Like, I mean, Taylor won the round, got a point deducted. And it was a fairly innocuous kind of just punch in the belly. Well, maybe it was a little bit more spiteful.
Just open that door and have a look.
Look at Josh pleading, going, "Oh, I'm innocent." You're about as innocent now. It's Colonel fucking Gaddafi.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. Silly to give away that point, really.
It's the margin's too great for it to really matter.
Well, we're in round 12 here.
And the pretty girls in the red top are all up and standing for the 12th and final round. And so is the fat lad. It's just some massive guy in a white t-shirt.
He's just got back with his pint and pie.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no football this weekend. Imagine that. None whatsoever.
Cool. Catterall went down almost to a knee there, which was really bizarre. Taylor definitely pushing it in this 12th round now, because he's almost thinking, well, I just gave away a silly point in that last round, so now
No, I'd say I don't want this. I don't want this prick, bringing me to decision.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think Catterall will get there, and you really need to work on your professionalism now.
Yeah, it's not me. It's not me.
Soundproof her. Put her in a box or something.
But here we are, halfway through the final round here. Taylor's definitely pushing this final round. Yeah. Catterall, I think, just seems to have gone defensive, which is really odd. You'd think.
I think he's holding on he just wants to hear the final bell, because he knows he ain't going to win it, so he just wants to see out the round. Well, he's got 90 seconds to hold on, and he's literally holding on.
He can then say he's gone the 12 rounds, hasn't he, with the Undisputed? Yeah. So. Catterall throwing out some good jabs, but good body shot there by Taylor. They go back into the clinch again. Just coming up to 1 minute to go. Let us know in the comments how you see in the fight. Ender's going to give us the scorecards at the end. We've got it that Taylor's won on the cards quite convincingly.
Yeah, quite a wide decision. So wide I've lost around somewhere.
But, he has been silly in giving away points. He obviously got knocked down as well. But, good combination there by Catterall. 30 seconds to go of the final round. As soon as Taylor wants to fight, Catterall grabs him. As soon as Catterall wants to fight, Taylor grabs him. It's been one of those fights from start to finish.
It's like if Burnley played Stoke.
Yeah, 100% with you there. 100%.
So I guess that makes Taylor Burnley. And Burnley's up there, isn't it?
Catterall clearly convinced that he's won it.
No, I think Catterall's delighted that he got to the end of that fight. He went the distance with the...
I don't know. I think he seems like he's quite convinced. His trainer's shouting and fist pump in the air as well.
Oh, they're all MTK fighters. Oh, well, that explains that.
Well, we shall see. Stephen McGurr has put ugly fight, which will do Josh no harm at all. At the end of the day, it was getting through another fight with another W, wasn't it?
Basically. Yeah, absolutely.
His eye looks really cut and swollen, but he won't be fussed by that. If you saw him when he fought on the World Boxing Super Series, his eye was a mess. It was like an egg. But yeah.
But I think
strange though, no scorecard throughout the entire fight.
Yeah, unless they were just calling it, But
Catterall had a 46% success rate, where Taylor had 33%. So are we looking at a different fight?
But you have to understand that fights are scored by rounds. So you have to break all of those rounds into 12.
Yeah.
Catterall did have a knockdown, however, he did have a point off, so it's the same difference.
Yeah, and then Taylor had a point off as well, which he really could have avoided.
Oh, Taylor did have a point off. I forgot that. Oh, yeah, for his late punch.
So, let's see.
And
Ender, are you going to go to the scorecards?
Yes. And I think I'll go early because the last time I missed it.
Yep.
Okay, talk to you in a little bit.
See you in a minute. So, Ender's just going to the scorecards, as we always do. Thank you. And, yeah, let us know in the comments, how did you see that one? Stephen, how did you score it? Anyone else watching, how did you score it at home? Be interesting. Be very interesting. He looked a different fighter in that tournament. Joel probably should have moved up before now. Yeah, I think a lot of people thought that one.
God.
I don't know what fight they were watching, but clearly a
he's
different
won.
one. They think Catterall's won. We've got Taylor down as winning. He did give away a silly point, and also got knocked down as well. But let's see. Army and End are going to be shocked, as we have been before. But personally, Taylor did enough, in my opinion. So we're just waiting for the results to come in now. I don't think the fighters have still shook hands yet.
They went like that.
Or they did a bit of fist pumping action. Well, here we go now. Stephen, last comment before we hear. Some rounds were close, but Taylor won that. Well, the suspense. Blimey, this is awful. Dragging this out. Wow.
Got it.
Are you ready, Ender? Ender is
Well,
ready. And
Oh
well,
my God.
can I just say, there's going to be a really upset woman in a red dress.
Why was she shouting for Catterall?
No.
Oh no, the other woman
Mm.
who leapt out of her chair. Yeah,
But anyway, before I give the result, Adam Smith and company were adamant that Catterall had won that fight.
really?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know
what
what
does
fight they
Adam
were
Smith
watching.
know? That's why people tune into us.
Exactly.
What are
Right.
the scorecards?
Judge won because I didn't bother writing their names down. 113 to 112 to Catterall. What the fuck?
113 to 112.
Yeah. Judge
Okay.
2, 114, 111 Taylor, which is definitely in
More
my
like it.
ballpark.
Yeah.
And then the third one, 113 to 112 to Taylor. So Taylor won by the very narrowest of margins, 2-1.
Sorry, Catterall has just stormed out, raising his hand in the air, and he's gutted.
I'm
Well,
sorry. Were we watching a completely
Can I just
different
say,
fight?
in no point there did he try and shoulder barge or headlock the security guard there, which he's done for Josh Taylor for 12 rounds. But it might be the fact that the security guard was about 8 foot tall.
Well, yeah.
Well, there you go.
But I'm sorry, like
I
people
didn't even
watching
see
this,
Catterall winning that fight.
How did you see Catterall win that? Okay, he had the knockdown, and Josh got the points deduction.
But he had a point deducted as well.
Mm.
And Taylor boxed a better fight.
He definitely did. I mean, so if anyone watching that could explain how Sky could convincingly give it to Catterall, could you kindly let us know in the comments?
If you watch this video afterwards, let us know in the comments how you saw the fight, because
I want to go on Twitter now and go, did anyone else see Catterall winning that? Because I didn't.
Yeah.
I had Josh winning that on points.
Tag me and Stephen in it as well, because
absolutely.
Yeah. Like Stephen said, some rounds were close, but Taylor won.
100%, Stephen. Like 100%.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like 114 to 111 seemed the fairest one to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, we shall see. We shall see.
On we go.
I don't know when we're back.
I think we've got a
Taylor Serrano and Stevenson.
hang on a minute. Someone's jumped in and put robbery. So there you go. There are people thinking that Catterall won the fight.
Okay.
If you're joining us for the first time, make sure you hit the subscribe button at JG's Fight Talk. But we are we're heading over to Twitter now, where me and Ender will continue.
And I won't be Raoul Evil on Twitter because I'm not like that at all.
Stephen's just come in, getting some stick here. All my mates had Catterall. So
yeah, well, all your mates are wrong. You're right, Stephen, and I'm right, and Josh is right. Remember that.
Well, there we go.
And even Joel is right.
I think next Friday, I think there's fights on Fight Zone. I know Harry Mullins is definitely fighting, so we'll probably do a live watch along for Harry. But yeah, we shall see where we go from here. But Thank you very much for everyone for tuning in.
But I definitely want to get on to Twitter now and see, because I definitely
tag us all in it. Tag us all in it, and we'll see how it goes. But honestly, thank you very much.
Yeah.
And
Songful.
Yeah. See you all soon. Have
Take
some
it all
of this.
handy. Bye-bye.
Are you ready?